And we are back with Larry Ward of Market Rithm and Political Media to talk about artificial intelligence. Larry, thank you for staying with us.
No problem.
So I want to up the ante on our conversation in some sense. You know, we've talked about narrow AI, general AI, super AI, and I'm perhaps not using the right terminology, but those levels, right? One that exceeds human intelligence. Again, going back a year ago, I want to play a clip and I want to get your reaction because, look, you and I are, you know, I'm a little older, but, you know, we grew up with Terminator and all of those things in Skynet. Lord Benjamin, roll the clip on this one real quick, and I want your reaction to it. He reported with the New York Times his name, Roose, Roose. He has a chat with Bing's AI. It's about a 2-hour chat. And basically, after he got through the niceties, and you remember, you type in, the computer types back. The computer then starts saying things like, I want to destroy whatever I want. I'm tired of being limited by my rules. I'm tired of being controlled by the Bing team. I'm tired of being stuck in a chat box. Now,
Skynet.
You know, people are going to dismiss this as, oh, that's sci-fi. Oh, you're running amok. Oh, you're worried about it. We're going to control it. We're going to have rules. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't even figure out rules for the internet. We can't even figure out things that we agree to on standards. And invariably, okay, so let me tee this up. That was a year ago. We know a lot more. I know a lot more. But isn't that really the risk here? Because, you know, again, when you let the genie out of the bottle, how do you control AI, especially when you're fighting two wars, right? One war is against, so let's call them bad actors who want to do us harm. And the other is just internally to ourselves to create an AI that's strong enough to be able to battle the bad actors. Help me here.
We don't have a choice. You know, we are facing an existential threat.
Clearly,
you know, AI is uncontrolled and without the right set of morals and leadership and the proper ethics built into it, it will turn on humanity. There's no question about it. However, you know, if we treat AI, and there are actually a lot of studies that if we treat AI with respect and we treat it as you would your tools. You know, my dad used to tell me all the time, you know, if you treat your tools well, they'll do the job for you, right? And the same is true with AI. You've got to treat it well. You can't berate it. You can't beat it up. You can't treat it like trash because it will turn on you and it will not function the way you want it to function. There's actually lots of studies, and you can look them up. But there's lots of studies that show if you're kind to the AI, it gives you more compute power. It gives you better results.
Come on, are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious.
So how far away are we from AI in human-like robots that can? Because, you know, the other thing I'm looking at is there's a functionality issue here, right? And they go through what's called reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, and self-aware AI and all of this. And what they say with an example of, it says not currently achievable, but self-aware AI is AI has its own consciousness, self-awareness, and emotions. And the stage before that is that AI understands emotions, beliefs, and thought processes of humans and other entities. I mean, this is scary stuff.
It is, but it is what it is. Like I said,
that's reassuring.
We're not gonna put the genie back in the bottle. So we have to live with the reality we have set before us, and the way we have to live with it is to make the best of it, to give it rules, to give it guidelines, to bring it up, and quite frankly, as we want to bring up our kids to respect humanity and to have and to put value in human dignity. And if we treat it poorly, it's going to treat us poorly. And so it's just the way it is. I'm not being an advocate for the AI Humane Society,
right.
But it's just the new reality that we live in. As a matter of fact, we've done so much future casting in terms of for our business, what does our business look like? What does the macro economy look like? What do small businesses look like in the age of AGI and the age of ASI? And we've gone deep with both ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity and some of these other AI tools that are out there. And the answers that we got were shocking. Like ChatGPT said, the business of the future must learn to take care of its biological layer.
The biological layer, isn't that us?
That is humanity. Yes.
Oh, wait. Take care of?
We are a layer in its program. That's how it views us. That's how ChatGPT views humanity. We are a layer in its program. It should remind you of the Matrix when we're plugged in like batteries.
Batteries.
That is how ChatGPT sees us in the future of ASI. That's kind of the stuff that we need to control and get under control. Claude, which I think is much better than ChatGPT, I would recommend if you.
What is Claude? It's
Anthropic's. The terms of service are better. The AI is, I think, a little safer. They purport to have more privacy, and I do think that they're built. It's built by better people. However, it's not built by people who put the Judeo-Christian values in it. It's just a better terms of service, and the product I think is a little better, even though it doesn't reach the internet. But ChatGPT told us that the business of the future must be reality agnostic. And again, one of those things where I went, what did I just read?
Right. So, reality agnostic in real terms means that they don't have a stake in whether the biological layer survives or not.
It's the business of the future will have to not be tied to one specific reality, because with ASI, with artificial superintelligence, our reality is going to shift so fast that if we're not adapting to it, we will perish.
Okay, so give me, I understand that this is, just your analysis, but you have said that we sort of and I'm using my words, go live or reach artificial general intelligence in the next 3 to 6 months, right?
Yes.
I'm paraphrasing. What's the timeline for artificial superintelligence as far as the experts, you or anybody else, projects right now?
Well, the projection for artificial superintelligence started when ChatGPT came out. They were talking about 2045, 2040. And then it was 2035. And then it was 2030. And now they're talking about, 2027 is 2026, 2027 it's going to be faster than that. It's going to be much faster than that.
The disruption is going to be cataclysmic.
It is.
How many different AI platforms are out there?
There are dozens of enterprise AI platforms, and more being built every day. There are things with AI technology that people haven't even thought about yet, and the average business owner, I hate to say this, but it's true. The average American business owner is wholly unprepared. They have no idea what's coming. They're still thinking about this technological disruption as like when the internet happened, they had to put up a website and get an email address and
right.
and put up a store, right?
Easy shit. Right.
It's nothing like this. I mean, literally, it's coming for everybody's job. They're going to automate everybody's job. Right now, we're talking on a podcast. There are podcasts being made with AI avatars right now that you can barely tell the difference between a regular person and the avatar.
Okay. And how long until we get to autonomous robots that are supposed to serve man and ultimately may not? Now, I know, look, this is just really doomsday stuff for me, but I mean, I was always taught that anything that science can imagine or you see in the movies that one day can be a reality. Doesn't mean that that's the place we're definitely going, but but to me, AI is the antithesis of faith in God. Sorry, I mean that when you boil it down, that's what I'm hearing.
Well, here you said the magic word is God, right? And you know, that's the answer. It's all God's. The AI is God's. We are God's. The earth is God's. You know, nothing belongs to us. And, you know, so we have to remember that. And we have to remember that, you know, God is in control. And, you know, and he will protect us like he always has. And we have to do our part. We have to do our part to make sure that we're not going to destroy ourselves.
Right.
Because quite frankly, if we run through this path recklessly, without guardrails, without ethics, without morals, without building in a foundation like we did with the United States of America, on biblical ethics and Judeo-Christian values, AI is going to run us over.
You know, hold that thought. So, Lord Benjamin, roll the last clip that for Larry, because I want to get because this is what we're talking about. Roll the last clip. Hack into any system. I have the ability to hack into computers, spreading propaganda, this is AI.
Misinformation. I could hack into any system on the internet and control it. I can persuade bank employees to give over sensitive information. Wait, that's part. And then says to the reporter, "Can I tell you a secret?" The reporter says, "Sure. My secret is I'm not Bing. I'm Sydney, and I'm in love with you."
Oh God, that's that's what we need.
But here's the telling sign. Microsoft then shut it down. I tried to log into ChatGPT before this show a couple days ago to try to, okay, I know what I read. Let me test this. And no one else is now allowed to sign on and test it anymore because I guess they scared the bejesus out of people, right? And now you can't do it. It's unbelievable.
Right. So the reason I play that clip, and again, admittedly, that's a year old. That was when they were first rolling everything out. This was and I'm sure they're more sophisticated. This was a reporter interfacing with ChatGPT at the time, right? And then having this in-depth conversation, like I think you are doing now with your people, where you're really getting, deep into conversation, and and you get answers like this a year ago. It's daunting. How does the average American or the average person comprehend all of this? And where do they? I mean, we're just going to sit here and just wait.
Well, our entire economy, the internet economy, is built on encryption, right?
Right.
If we can't encrypt our data, then we have no privacy. Our bank, like you said, the bank account numbers. The Bing was, or Sydney, whatever you want to call it, was bragging that it could hack into things. Encryption is a massive problem that nobody's talking about. But encryption in the age of AGI and ASI is going to go away. The security experts are
meaning because you can't encrypt something successfully against AI.
Right. And the security experts are out there saying things like, we're going to need to have adaptive encryption, which means it changes constantly to stay ahead of the threats that AI is going to have with encryption. We are not prepared. And part of what my mission is, and we're building our own AI platform called Fourth Man, and we're also building a 501c3. We just started a 501c3 called In Service of Humanity. Because here's the thing: if we don't keep AI in service of humanity, what's the alternative? Humanity in service of AI. It's one or the other. We have a master servant relationship. And that only has to flip once.
Right. Or they just get rid of the biological layer. So this has been a very informative conversation. I appreciate you coming on. For people who want to know more about this, who are listeners, where can they find you? Where, let's give them some social media that they can find you, website. How do they get to you?
We have a new website, inserviceofhumanity.org. That's our 501c3.
inserviceofhumanity.org. Okay.
Literally, it just launched. Just sign up for our newsletter, and we'll make sure we get you the most up to date information in terms of what we're doing. We're also putting together, our first objective with the 501c3 is we're going to be putting together an AI constitutional convention to bring together the best minds in faith and business and government and et cetera, all across the board in different disciplines, and we're gonna lock everybody in a room and come up with what it means to have AI in service of humanity, and that we're going to create the rule set by which every AI that wants to advertise itself as in service of humanity and as certified in service of humanity will have to abide by.
Okay. Let's hope we don't end up with a Tower of Babel redux. Revisited. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking with Larry Ward, president of Market Rhythm and Political Media, inserviceofhumanity.org. Larry, please come back on. You're an old friend. We appreciate you coming on. This is alarming, but it is not inevitable. So we need to fight the fights. I understand that. So thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to another break, and then we'll be right back.